Ruach Chai V'Kayam Shechazarta Bi Nishmati V'Chemla Rabba Emunatecha Rabba Emunatecha Modani Lifanecha Ruach V'Kayam Ruach V'Kayam Shechazarta Bi Nishmati B'Chemla Rabba Emunatecha Rabba Emunatecha Modani Lifanecha Ruach V'Kayam Ruach V'Kayam Shechazarta Bi Nishmati B'Chemla Rabba Emunatecha Rabba Emunatecha Modani Lifanecha Ruach V'Kayam Ruach V'Kayam Shechazarta Bi Nishmati B'Chemla Rabba Emunatecha Rabba Emunatecha Modani Lifanecha Ruach V'Kayam Ruach V'Kayam Shechazarta Bi Nishmati B'Chemla Rabba Emunatecha Rabba Emunatecha Modani Lifanecha Ruach V'Kayam Ruach V'Kayam Shechazarta Bi Nishmati B'Chemla Rabba Emunatecha Rabba Emunatecha Shechazarta Bi Nishmati B'Chemla Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Modani lifanecha, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Shechazarta bi, Nishmati b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Modani lifanecha, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Shechazarta bi, Nishmati b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Modani lifanecha, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Shechazarta bi, Nishmati b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Modani lifanecha, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Shechazarta bi, Nishmati b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Once more. Modani lifanecha, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Ruach Chai v'chayam, Shechazarta bi, Nishmati b'chemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha.
Boker Tov, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm going to light a ritual. I don't have a candle, so I'm just going to light my lighter for a minute and invoke our sacred space for our sacred community that we're forming here this morning as we enter into a chanting meditation and soul journey, if you will, as we study the Song of Songs. So thank you, Jody. I'm actually zooming in from Vermont, where I'm on a ski trip with two of my sons, and it's 15 degrees out now. So I decided to take the second shift when it's going to be 19 degrees. So my aging body prefers a little bit of warmth. I see we have a couple new people, so just want to welcome everyone. We are we're in a weekly program called Living a Path of Love and Justice. I'm Pesach, Paul Zeitz, and we have Steve and Jody co-leading. And we are using chant and meditation to explore, experiment, and heal. And our intention is living a path of love and justice as a beloved community, embracing our common humanity. So we're in chapter 3 of the Song of Songs, and we have been through the process of establishing and practicing what it feels like to have covenantal love. We did that the week of January 25th. Then we were experimenting and practicing longing for a connection with the divine, that a sense of longing that we can walk around with every day. And then last week, we went through a process of experimenting and feeling and practicing what it feels like to be found when we have that longing. And today's practice is from Song of Songs, chapter 3, and I'm putting it up in the chat now. It's focusing on a sense of expectancy and a sense of intense, loving curiosity about what is coming. And it's an alternative to the way of living where we're dreading what's coming next, what's the next crisis, what's the next drama, what's the next whatever in our lives, and kind of receiving the future and the unfolding of our lives and our journey and our world with a sense of expectancy and welcoming and curiosity to what is coming. And the idea here is really to rewire our brain and to cultivate through the chant practice a repetitive, intense practice so that we can establish this sense of expectancy and curiosity as we live our lives. And so as we teach this chant, it's Mizot Olah Min Habibar. Who is that rising from the wilderness? And Shefa teaches that the Mizot, who is that rising? She is invoking the Shekhinah, the divine presence who was hidden and who is now making herself known, rising into her awareness or our awareness. And the Min Habibar is from the wilderness. You know, that's the part of the Torah, Bamidbar. But this word also derives from Midbar's language or speech. And so it's from our own speech, maybe, that the Shekhinah can rise as well, or that those patterns in our mind that can be transformed into a sense of expectancy. So Jody's going to teach this chant, and we're going to do it for a while. And in the silence after the chant, the practice is to look into a far horizon, as far as, close your eyes, let's practice it now. And imagine the farthest horizon at the edge of the ocean or at the top of the mountain where you're peering out and seeing the far distant horizon. And you have a sense of expectancy towards what's unfolding from that horizon. So at the end of the chant, you know, if you can take yourself back to that kind of sense of that far horizon and imagine the earth spinning and the next kind of moment of our journey, and we're seeking that with kind of a sense of expectancy, and then see what arises for you, what message, what color, what image comes up in your mind at the end of the chant. So enjoy the journey into expectancy. Over to you, Jody. Jody 1 Kenobi. I see Jody 2 Kenobi has arrived. Welcome. Welcome, Ethan, and welcome, Clint, and welcome, Marianne. It's great to have you.
Okay, this chant is, I need some water. Mizot Ola Minha Midbar. Who is that rising from the wilderness? From Song of Songs, chapter 3, verse 6. It's very snappy. Mizot Ola Minha Midbar, Minha Midbar, Minha Midbar. 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 last one. This next chant, you can keep your eyes closed if you want or open. It's called Unveil My Eyes. Gal enai viabita niflaot metoratecha. Unveil my eyes that I might see the miracles of your Torah. Psalm chapter 119, verse 18. And this candle I actually lit is called Manifest a Miracle. I thought that was serendipitous. Unveil my eyes that I might see. Unveil my eyes that I might see the miracles. Unveil my eyes that I might see the miracles of your Torah. Our eyes are veiled with fixed expectations, conditioning past hurts, intergenerational trauma, cynicism, and limitations, both imposed and self-created. It is the awareness of the veils that allows them to dissolve, revealing the startling clarity of a wide array of color, texture, and beauty, and vast expanse of soul, beyond the constrictions of personality, beyond the confines of our imagination. In the moment of unveiling, we are also unmasked. Our masks that were meant to protect have concealed the miracles that were always there. Those miracles are revealed through the words of Torah, and we can use the words of Torah to reveal the miracles that were always there. Behold, just having a glimpse of the wondrous will open us and allow us to perceive the divine presence that shines through all of creation. This is another zippy one today. Galinai, Galinai viabita, Galinai viabita niflaot, Galinai viabita niflaot metoratecha. Galinai, 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 oh Galinai. niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha. Galinai, 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 oh galinai. Once more. Galinai vi'apita. Galinai vi'apita niflaot. Galinai vi'apita niflaot me'toratecha.
Let's just continue with our eyes closed as we allow the medicine from these two powerful chants seep into our cells, seep into our molecules, providing the healing that we need right now. If we just pay attention, allow our shoulders to drop back into our hip pockets as our heart opens and our chest bone lifts up a little bit to the sky. And we imagine that there's a fish line going from the crown of our head up to the sky, just pulling us up a little bit gently so that our spinal column straightens out. And just pay attention to your breathing. Today, let's especially pay attention to our exhalations and really try to hold them lengthy, paying attention to the contour, the textures, the colors of our breath. And just observe the belly breathing with you, just in natural rhythm. So that we're breathing in clean, fresh, filtered air, providing healing and strength and energy to all parts of the body. And exhaling whatever needs to be let go from the body. If you picture an energy ball right above your head, we could call it Elohim, God's presence, just right above our crown chakra, right above the Keter. And just observe that presence, that ball of frequency, that ball of light. It's just sitting above our heads, holding a sense of presence. And allow this frequency of energy now to, we'll name it as the Shekhinah, as it transmits through our crown chakra into our heads, into all the lobes and intricacies of our brain syntax, all the neural fibers, all the neural endings in the mind. This Shekhinah, this divine feminine healing presence, just arises in this space inside our minds. And it's right here that we balance our wisdom and our deep understanding of ourselves, of God, of life. Bina and Chokhmah, understanding and wisdom. And just know that this channel from the crown, working with the Shekhinah and God, is always present, always available to us. So as we move with the Shekhinah down into our throat center, we just bow to our voice, our individual voice and our collective voice. With praise. And as we follow the Shekhinah down into our heart center, we move into our heart chamber for a brief visit on this journey. We'll return in a few moments. But we open a veil, and then another veil, and another veil. And the masks come off. And we land inside our tent of meeting. And we capture a glimpse of the beauty inside. The most beautiful tapestries, the most beautiful art. And we find ourselves wearing the most beautiful robes, glorious colors and designs. Some flaps on this tent are open, and we see the fields of the vineyards in full bloom with beautiful skies surrounding us. And we just allow this glorious breath to move inside us. As we recognize our beloved, we see our beloved, we hold our beloved, and we are one with our beloved. And we just allow that divine grace, that divine beauty, that longing to be realized. So we just gently back out of the tent. We're coming back. And we wind our way back down the Shekhinah, our spinal column, to the base of our spine. We look up and we're present to where we just came from, all the glory and all the beauty and all the power that's ahead of us. But at the base of our spine, we recognize it's our connection to the earth. It is what we call Malchut. It is our relationship to the earth. As we feel the wonders of spring coming, we feel the healing earth opening the ground, healing us, healing everybody on this call, and healing our planet in so deep need of a great healing. And we just hold that field for a moment. And if we rise up and we bring attention to our right hip flexor, it's where we recognize our gratitude. And we recognize today there's a very special transmission from our ancestors, transmitting all their best qualities through us. Their resilience comes through. Their light comes through. And we offer gratitude to all of our ancestors, our parents and great-grandparents and grandparents. And on our left hip flexor, if we bring our attention there, we call this Netzach. We call this the place where our true Dharma, our true mission and passion in life is realized. It's that place where we ask God, why am I here? What do you want from me? And God says, I want all of you. And as we move from our belly region back up our spinal column as though it's a birth canal, back into our heart chamber. As we open up and move through these veils, unmasking ourselves, we find ourselves deep in the chamber of our tent of meeting. We find ourselves with our beloved, and our beloved is with us, accepting us fully, accepting this gift of presence that we each bring in this moment. So we'll just meditate on the name of God by breathing in Yud through our third eye, exhaling Vav through our heart chambers, Yud, exhaling Hey through our heart chambers, inhaling Vav into our heart chamber, and exhaling Hey through our trunk. And we'll do it together 4 or 5 times, and then we'll do it on our own. So let's take a deep breath in and out. Let's breathe in Yud through our third eye. Exhale Hey through our heart center. Breathe in Vav through our heart center. Exhale, hey, through our trunk. Breathe in Yud through the third eye. Exhale, hey, through our heart. Breathe in Vav through our heart center. Exhale, hey, through our trunk. Breathe in Yud through the third eye. Exhale, hey. Breathe in Vav. Exhale, hey. Breathe in Yud. Exhale, hey. Breathe in Vav. Exhale, hey. On our own. Jody, whenever you're ready.
Mizot olah min hamidbar, min hamidbar, min hamidbar. 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 Mizot olah Min Hamidbar, Min Hamidbar. Once more. Mi'izot Olah, Min Hamidbar, Min Hamidbar, Min Hamidbar.
Thank you, Steve and Jody. We have a few minutes now for sharing and bearing witness to others. Any experiences that you had in terms of that expectancy at the edge of the horizon, or the dropping of the veils, or during the meditation in the tent of meeting, or any aspect of your spiritual awakening or journey that you want to share. Phil, good to see you. Hi, Marla.
Hi, everybody. Thanks again, Steve, Jody, Paul, for your leadership in this lovely program. I had a moment, more than one really, when, Paul, when you were talking about kind of changing our frame from, as I was hearing it, basically being fearful of the future to being curious about what's unfolding, which is a topic of conversation right now in our lives, and I suspect others' lives as well. And in the program at various times, certainly in the meditation, I flashed back to when I was in Hawaii in 1991. So it's been 30 years now. And I was at the top of Mount Haleakala on Maui at sunrise, watching this incredible sunrise beyond, above 10,000 feet above the cloud line. And there was this experience of seeing the world kind of rotate just so slowly and being enthralled with whatever the next moment was going to bring. It was this wonderful experience of being fully expectant and excited about the next miraculous moment going to unfold. So it was wonderful to kind of be transported back there and have that experience. And then in the midst of the meditation, as Steve was leading us through, and he said, I can see clearly now. Alexa in the next room says, I can see clearly now, by whoever it was, and starts
something.
Until Marla yelled at Alexa, Alexa, enough, turn on. So it's clearly part of our karma right now to be looking at what can we see clearly. It's coming from all angles.
Oh my God. You are so blessed with all these kind of multidimensional.
So that was just Steve's power in the meditation.
The blessings of AI.
I'm one with Alexa.
I'll just say something briefly. I also had a similar sort of synchronistic experience with your lead, Steve, of the meditation. The chanting was just so beautiful, and the themes are so congruent in many ways with, as Phil was saying, where we are, I am, where many of us are right now. So I really appreciate that thoughtfulness of how you're weaving something in that's so relevant. And just before, you used the word commitment, didn't you, Steve? Did I make that up? I kept,
yeah, in terms of Netzach, probably.
Yeah. And I kept hearing in my inside, commit to yourself. When you commit to yourself, you commit to God, and then you said it. And so like this lovely, again, another one of these synchronistic moments.
Beautiful.
All three of you, and lovely to be with this community here.
Thank you both.
Your faces.
Thank you for that sharing.
Especially Marianne.
Marianne, did you want to say something, or you're on mute? No? Okay.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Happy to have you here.
It's very sweet.
Marianne is an old friend of Jody and mine, and Phil and Marla's, probably 40 years or so, doing Landmark and Est and many other journeys through the years.
Beautiful. Welcome.
Thank you.
I was having this reflection of, this expectancy thing. And I was like, okay, 1 year ago, February, whatever this is, 2020, I could never, ever in my wildest dreams have imagined how 2020 would have unfolded, even through this time now. It just like was beyond. So it's sort of like I was using that as like, okay, like instead of like I don't know what's going to happen this month or next month or whenever, and instead of like being on a kind of poised for dread and having my defense systems up, just opening to that sunrise mind that Phil articulated, that expectancy. This year is going to be a roller coaster, and enjoying the ride and being on the ride, I guess, is the best way to prepare. So,
Ethan, you had your hand up?
Yeah.
Yes, hi. Thanks. This is my first time here, but I've been meditating for a while, but never in a Jewish frame. So thanks for this. And it's a little new to me, although I've been Jewish for a while. So I could, it's part of me. But I liked the prompt to have an image of the horizon. So at first when you were just providing that prompt, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll be on some mountain in South Africa. They have tall mountains there and I can look across the plains because that would be a long, long horizon if it was a clear day. But since it was Jewish, then I converted it down to being on a shorter mountain in the south of Israel in the Arava. I spent a year in Israel on a kibbutz down there called Kibbutz Yotvata. And we would hike in the water-swept valleys and, I don't even know what they're called, like ravines and kind of places where bodies, I guess. Yeah, but like the deeper ones where you're in sandstone that's been carved over millennia. But I was on top there and I was looking up kind of farther north because that's the way the valley goes there. It's very flat in the valley and it just extends for a long, long, long time. And I imagined to a time when there were no modern society, and instead it was ancient times. And I started thinking about Cain and I think it was Cain and not Cain and Abel. I'm sorry. Who were the brothers Jacob and Esau? With Esau approaching Jacob, and Jacob approaching Esau, but from afar, it seemed like they had days to see this caravan arriving. But the caravan for me, because it was a feminine chant, who's this, and female, Mizot, was led by a woman, and it wasn't a reconciliation of brothers. It was instead just an expectant group. And as the chant went on, I was thinking maybe, this group's doesn't seem to really be getting closer. I see their dust trail miles and miles away, and they're just coming forward. And I guess at some point it would reach us, but I didn't know when or how. And I just kind of accepted it all. It was very, it was good to have something to look forward to without even knowing what or when or how it was going to be. So thank you.
Beautiful sharing. Thank you for sharing all that. It was really powerful. Yes, Marianne?
I was surprised at what showed up for me because I went to one of my favorite places, Kauai, on the ocean and looked out, the horizon very, very far. But I kept seeing something out there. Like it was almost like something was emerging. I don't know what, but it wasn't it wasn't bad, but it was just something was already coming up, and that just so surprised me that I kept getting that image.
Beautiful.
Hi. I was just incredibly struck, Phil, what you said 30 years ago. That's what I came to a hill that I climbed in Westchester County, and what they call Happy's Hill in one of the Rockefeller's wives, way overlooking the Hudson. And it was just such a beautiful view of the Hudson. And I had my horse and the wonderful smells of nature. So this is such a happy experience today, not only my happy community, and thank you for everything, but it just reminds me of, I want to reclaim that happiness. I'm going to go see that hill as soon as I can, and hope it's still there. And it's you know, it's just, and if I can bring my horse and my dogs, and I don't have a horse anymore, but if I can borrow a horse and bring my dogs, that'd be, and my companion, and get her to ride with me, that'd be really great. So thanks for doing all that. What a happy memory.
Beautiful. Thanks, John.
I'll share. So I started learning these chants on Monday when we get an email from Shefa. You can sign up on her website to get the emails for the chants. And one of the things I like to do is play the chants when I'm making dinner at night. And you know, I'm cooking dinner and these melodies are just so riveting. I was like cha-chaing around the kitchen. It was just so much fun. And then the chants start playing in my head at different times during the day, and I would just start dancing around. So it was really fun. And then I thought about, well, in the chants, in the recording of the chants, she was drumming. Should I drum? No, it'll be too distracting. I won't be able to do the beat of the drum and remember the words and all that. And then last night before I went to bed, I said, you know, I'm going to go for it. And I sat down and I practiced drumming it a couple times. And then I was laying in bed and just singing it in my head and banging my leg like da da da, like da da da, like that, so that I could do it. And it was just a lot of fun. So, yeah.
You did a great job. Thank you for doing that. It is 11 o'clock, so if people have to pop off, please feel free to do so. And thank you. We'll be back next Sunday at 10 a.m. And, you know, we'll stay on for a minute if anyone else wants to share.
Larry, did you want to share?
Yeah, I just, so thanks, guys. I mean, this was like amazing. But the whole thing about the rhythmicity of it, Jody, it's almost like I really wanted to dance. I mean, usually when we do these Sunday morning things, you know, be still and know that I am God, right?
Yeah.
And, but I couldn't. So I just had to, you know, so that was really interesting. But the take home for me is Eros. You know, that you guys were encouraging the hearing Eros. And, but it's not only pleasurable stuff, but the pain as well. So just feeling is sort of the message I got from you guys. And then I was imagining sort of feeling that, you know, be still and know that I'm God. And it hit me that it's not just about Eros, that there's something else, you know, that there is God, there's something else. And then I started thinking, well, you know, I've got my own idiosyncratic senses of Hashem, but that's so idiosyncratic. And what is it that other people know about whatever God might be for them? And it's like a riddle for me, and it's something that I seek. You know, what is it that we all together sort of sense at some level that's beyond Eros even? And anyway, so this was like so much came out for me, and I just want to thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Beautiful. Thanks, Larry. Yeah, I mean, and also creating a safe space to talk about like what our experiences of the divine are. I think that's part of this these sessions. So, all right. Well, have a great day ahead. I'm going to go on the top of this big mountain here in Vermont and look at the horizon and keep my eyes open when I go down the hill. So,
Be safe.
Good.
Ethan, I'm really glad you joined us today.
Yeah, hi.
Me too. I've been meaning to. Appreciate it.
Ethan.
yeah, thanks, Ethan. That was
Thank
really
you.
Yeah, good to see you, Ethan.
Yeah.
Too. Thanks. Great to hear everyone. Thank you for sharing, everyone. Appreciate it.
Have
Bye,
a great week.
Yeah, have a great day.
Stay safe, Paul. Enjoy.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again.
Nicely done, you guys.
Namaste.
Nicely done. Before you get rid of them.
Love you.
Yeah, love you. Thanks for all you're doing for us.
Sure. Bye.